Steph Curry is begging to get out of Golden State because, oh my God, it's time for the Warriors to free that man. He's turning 37 going into next season. Klay Thompson is gone for nothing. You had to waive Chris Paul because of his salary, so you didn't have to pay for it if you wanted to trade him somewhere. And then that's who you traded Jordan Poole for. And every consistent problem you have had on your team internally and on the court has been the through line of Draymond Green assaulting people on his team and on the court and getting suspended. And now Steph Curry is just left sitting there looking around like Will Smith and Fresh Prince, like, I'm turning 37. I might have 1 to 2 years left in my prime. I don't want to waste it in Golden State. And I think the Warriors would be doing the NBA and the fans of the NBA disturbance or a disservice by keeping Steph Curry on that roster when you clearly don't have a plan to get another star player with you who could also put you into contention, because even if you did trade for a star player, who is left on that bench? I'm sick of hearing, oh, Kaminga, but he's too young. Oh, Moody, but he's too young. Like, there are players that come into the NBA and make an impact. Steph Curry is turning 37 and Klay is gone. You left Chris Paul go for nothing. And basically, you traded Chris Paul or Jordan Poole for Chris Paul. So now you let him walk for nothing. And Draymond is there with his max contract.
Yeah, I think at this point, now that you've seen Klay Thompson walk out the door, now I think it's time you move on from Draymond. If Steph wants to leave, I know for him, he spent his entire career here. I know some players still want to have that full career with one team, but if he doesn't care about being that guy, then get the fuck out of there immediately. Maybe you want to team up with Jimmy Butler in Miami. Maybe you want to go to I don't think Dallas has enough space for him, but maybe San Antonio wants to
I
go
mean,
there.
I mean, if you trade Kyrie for Steph, I would do that.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, Golden State would be doing him a disservice. The only thing that he could really stay there for is for pride. But at that point, look at what that did for Kobe. I mean, Kobe, he won his 2 titles with Pau Gasol, and then we watched him just kind of trimmer out of the NBA, having a bunch of really bad teams. You don't think it would have been better to see someone like Kobe who could have joined a team like, I don't know, join a winning franchise at this point? You don't
Yeah.
think that would have been better for him? It's great that he played his whole 20 years with LA, but I think this whole loyalty thing has been proven to be a load of shit. Look at what it did to Dame. Look at what it's done to all these players that have showed loyalty. I just don't think it's worth it. I think you sit down with Steph Curry, you say, what do you want to do? Do you want to win? If you want to win, we'll get you out of here. If you want to stay, that's great. But ultimately, his legacy is already secured in Golden State.
Yeah, it's already secured in Golden State. And I don't know if Steph Curry's the type of person to ask for a trade, but it would be a situation where they'd be like, what do you want to do? And then we actually have to find someone who is like somewhere where he wants to live and where he can actually contend for a championship. I know the Knicks are signing a lot of like wings that potentially you could trade package for Steph Curry. He wouldn't really work with Brunson, but if you can have a trade centered around Brunson, Julius Randle, and 7, 10, 12 first round picks, whatever they offer you, and then you still have DiVincenzo, Mikal Bridges there, you still have Mitchell Robinson, you still have OG Anunoby there. So then you're looking at it like, okay, if we have Steph Curry, we still have some really good 3-and-D wing guys. We'd have to break up the Villanova guys, but like a trade of Brunson and Randall, it coming full circle storyline wise with the New York Knicks, who were about to draft Steph Curry, but the Warriors ended up taking him the pick before. I honestly think that may be a good trade for both teams.
Yeah, it'd be a good trade for both teams. And I also think it would be good for the NBA.
Yeah.
Think about how long the Knicks have been mediocre for. And then Golden State, they have some prospects to build around. You can build around a Jalen Brunson. The Knicks have proven that the last 2 years with how much success that they had these past 2 years. And so this would be a win-win. Maybe you throw in some picks there. The only problem I have is that they kind of traded away all their picks for Mikal Bridges.
Yeah, they still do have some picks, but if we have to push it out into 2060, then we have to push it out into 2060. If you can get Steph Curry, you have to do what you can to go get Steph Curry.